becoming Ghanaian citizen through marriage or by marriage. That is something in our constitution. The Ghana constitution allows that you can become a citizen if you are married to a Ghanaian. So this video was a video request by one of my subscribers to make a video on how to become a citizen through marriage in Ghana. So I'm essentially assuming that if you want to become a Ghanaian through marriage, it means you're a foreigner. I would say the first step, which is outside of legality, is to meet someone you want to get married to and someone who is also willing to get married to you. And I'm assuming because you love yourselves. Well, there can be other reasons, but you make the arrangement to be married. You can marry in your home country, like let's say you are from Bangladesh. I don't know why I picked that country, but let's go with it. You are from Bangladesh and then you want to marry a Ghanaian, maybe a man from Ghana. You can get married in your home country in Bangladesh, or you can be married here in Ghana. Both will be valid. You have to first get married before we can actually even talk about the processes you have to go through to become a citizen of Ghana, right? So let's assume that you've met someone you are deadly and madly in love with. You got married maybe in your home country or in Ghana. As I said, they are both valid and legally recognized, so you can do it anywhere. Okay, so the next step is a little bit conflicting, but I kind of contacted some people to make sure I'm putting out the right information out there. On the Ministry of Interior website, it states that before you apply for your citizenship or you pick your form for citizenship, if you are married to a Ghanaian, you have to be a resident in Ghana by way of proving your residence permit. It doesn't really matter if it's a permanent resident permit or like the regular residence permit. I also talked to an immigration officer and he said the resident permit is not necessarily important. Like based on the agent who assists you in the application process, you might not really need the residence permits. But if I were to be the foreigner going through the process, what I would do is I will get my resident permit to avoid any delays, to avoid any form of like unnecessary difficulties like in the application process, So I would advise that get the permit, even if your agent tells you you don't need it, so long as it's stated on the website that is part of the documents required. I would say get it to avoid any issue. So the first thing you do is you get your residence permit. After this is done, like you've been in the country for a while, not really, you don't really need to be in the country for a very long time. You can apply like right away after the marriage, but the agents who actually help or assist in the process of the application usually advise that you wait at least 3 months or 6 months before you apply for the citizenship. Logically, I think if you apply for the citizenship right away, it kind of look like you actually got married to apply for the citizenship, which is legally not allowed per our constitution. So waiting for 3-6 months probably doesn't make you seem desperate. Maybe like that is what I think logically, but you can apply for your citizenship right away after the marriage. So when you are ready to apply for the citizenship, you have to pick up, there's something we call Form 3. You pick up your Form 3 from the Ministry of Interior's office at a cost, obviously. If you are watching this a year or two later, the amount would have changed. Now you fill this form with your information, your bio and everything. All the information in it should be taken seriously and be filled and submitted like when you know that you are fully done that. Don't skip anything. Sometimes when you have agents assisting you, they will be like, oh, this is not important, that is important. It depends. If you completely trust your agent, then you let them do what they do. At the end of the day, you get what you want, right? But then the thing is, I would like to go through the legal processes so that in the end, like when everything is done, I'm not told the citizenship certificate I have is not valid. Fill everything as you're supposed to, don't leave anything out. Like everything is necessary. That's the reason why it is on the form in the first place. Now when you are done filling everything with all the information needed and you are submitting the Form 3 back to the Ministry of Interior, there are certain documents you have to add to the Form 3 after you are done filling it, and I wrote some of them down, like the very necessary ones. The normal one, like your passport size photo, like things like that, that will be actually stated in the application, so you will know to attach. But when you are submitting, I have the list here, that's why I keep looking down, so excuse me when I'm looking down. So when you are done filling the Form 3 and submitting, you submit it with your residence permit, be it permanent or the regular one. I already discussed that any of them will be accepted. So your residence permit and your marriage certificate. When you got married, whether it was in your country or in Ghana, obviously you go to court to sign certain documents to have your marriage certificate. And if it's done at church too, you will still have your marriage certificate, because these days they continue the process in church too. So you submit the marriage certificate, you submit your own passport, you submit your spouse consent letter. Your spouse will actually also write a letter stating that yes, I'm the wife, or yes, I'm the husband, and we are applying for my husband to be a citizen of Ghana, and yes, you are confirmed that you are married to this man or this woman. And then you attach your spouse passport to these documents. And then the last thing is your own application letter. Just as your wife or your husband did, you also write in your own application stating why you want to be a citizen. Obviously they are asking for your application because they want to hear what you're going to say if you deserve the citizenship, right? So your letter should sound convincing. Not that you are going for a job interview type of application, but like you state that you want to become a citizen. I don't want to go into details as to what is supposed to be in the letter. This is the part where I would say it would be helpful to employ the services of an agent, like a citizenship application agent. They have that at the immigration office. Sometimes they even recommend some agent for you through your process, right? So they know the process, they know what sticks and what doesn't, so they'll be able to guide you as to where, even both the letter you write and the one your spouse writes, you'll be guided on what to write, what to include, like to increase your chances of actually getting the citizenship. After that application, it's stated that you wait for 6 months. By stated, I mean it's stated on the Ministry of Interior's website. Some agents can get it for you faster, like within 3 months. So depending on the agent you use, you can get it faster, although it's stated that within 6 months you get it. So you can get it earlier, like 3 months, 6 months, or even a year. So after the application, just stipulate that it's going to take maybe a year for you to get your citizen. So after submitting all the documents, like everything they tell you, oh, all the documents they need have been submitted, you don't have any issue, they don't need to check anything with you, you have everything they want, you just have to wait. It's just a waiting game after that. So wait till they invite you and they give you your letter that no, you are a citizen of Ghana now. After getting that, then you can apply for your passport if you so wish to, because why not? The passport actually satisfies that you are essentially and like legally now a citizen. So why not? You apply for your passport. And if you want to apply for your passport and you want to do it by yourself, like it's actually easy to do it yourself. I have a video on how to apply for the passport online. I will link it up on the screen or in the description somewhere, so you check it out if you're interested in knowing how to apply for your passport. So thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye.